Have you noticed that some things just pair well with each other? Like a spoon and fork, table and chairs, and lock and key. These pairs complement each other's purpose. There's a similar concept in grammar called the Subject-Verb Agreement. Subject-Verb Agreement is both an interesting and puzzling grammatical rule to learn. But why? Because it states that the subject and the verb must work together. In a sentence, the subject is a person or thing doing the action, while the verb is a word that describes what the subject is doing. For example, the girl eats her favorite food. The underlined word girl is the subject, while the word eats is the verb. Let's go back to subject-verb agreement. It requires that the verb in your sentence match the number of your subjects, meaning a singular subject should come with a singular verb. This usually means adding s at the end of the verb. Meanwhile, a plural subject must come with a plural verb. Plural verbs usually do not have s at the end of the word. Now, it might still be confusing to you, so we will repeat once again. Again, for the subject-verb agreement, if the subject is singular or just one, the verb must be... That's right, it must also be singular. But if the subject is plural or more than one, the verb must be... You got it, it must also be plural. Here are some examples. The dog barks loudly shows a singular subject and a singular verb. On the other hand, the dogs bark loudly illustrates a plural subject and a plural verb. Easy peasy, right? Are you now warmed up and ready for more of our lesson on subject-verb agreement? So, the main part of our discussion today is one of the rules of subject-verb agreement. When the subject is a collective noun such as family, group, committee, or class, the verb will end in s. So, are you familiar with this specific rule? Do you find it confusing? Well, be ready to listen and learn more. But before diving deeply into the said rule, let's first talk about what collective nouns are. A collective noun is a word used to refer to a group of people, animals, or things as a single unit. So, instead of saying my mom, dad, and sister, we can just say my family in short. Another example, we can just say the band instead of saying the singer, guitarist, drummer, and bassist, making the description of things easier, as it let us use only one word instead of listing every person, animal, or thing that we are describing. So now, I am going to show you more examples of collective nouns from different categories. For people, we have a gang or a group of thieves, a crowd or a group of people, a band or a group of musicians, and a cast or a group of actors. For animals, we have a swarm or a group of flies, a herd or a group of yaks, and a flock or a group of sheep. For things, we have a bunch, a pack, a pair, and a bundle. Let's now jump to the rule. So, when a collective noun is the subject, it takes a singular verb, especially when the group performs the action as one. This is because even though collective nouns refer to many people, animals, or things, we still consider the group being referred to as one single unit. Hence, a singular verb must be used. So now, think of multiple chairs and a table. Although there are more than one chair, they all use the same table. Like when a family eats dinner. Notice the verb, the family eats dinner, because they are considered a single unit and they perform the action as such. If you're a bit confused, let's repeat, shall we? Again, the rule is, when a collective noun is the subject in your sentence, it takes a singular verb. That is, we add an s at the end of the verb. Again, why? Because even though a collective noun refers to multiple persons, animals, or things, a collective noun is considered a single item. So, we must use a singular verb. Is the rule now clear to you? Alright! Now that we know what collective nouns are and the rule that they take singular verbs, let's look at some examples so it's easier to understand. The committee decides on the rules. Committee is a group acting as one, so we're going to use the singular verb decides. The team runs onto the field. Since the entire team is doing the action as one group, we add S to the verb. But what if our action is present participle and has ing in the end? Don't worry, it's not as difficult as it looks. Sometimes our action word needs a little helper word, or what we call the auxiliary verb. These helpers, like is or are, show when the action is currently taking place. Example, the class is reading a book. The main action is reading. Our little helper word is because the whole verb or our verb phrase is reading. Our rule now applies to the helper. And if the noun class is a collective noun, then what should be our auxiliary verb? That's right, the helper word or auxiliary verb must also be singular, so we use is, not are. Do you think we can practice this rule ourselves? Grab a pen and paper and let's answer this activity together. I'll show you some sentences, then choose the correct verb. Please pause the video until you're finished answering. Already done? Good job! Let's see if you got the answers right. Please pause the video to check your own answers. How many did you get correct? Good job! Do you want to practice more to understand it better? Let's go! Please pause the video until you're finished answering. Already done? Great work! The answers will be revealed at the end of this video. Did you learn a lot today? This rule may be confusing at first, but you'll master it in no time. Just keep practicing, and remember, if the subject is a collective noun, the verb ends in S because the group is treated as one unit. Thank you for listening. See you on the next one!